Hi, I'm Peter Haddock, and I'm here on a very special day, which is looking after the construction industry with Trevor Steven. You might know him from his football days, folks, but we're not passing the ball over today, Trevor. No. But what we are doing is we're talking about a journey you've had over the last 18 months, where you've gone and interviewed 1,439, if I get it right, people in the industry face to face about mental health. Yeah, wow, what a journey.
It's been pretty grueling, I've got to be honest, the last 15, 16 months. And the idea of it, Peter, was for me to go onto sites and get surveys done, but I've got to encourage people to do them. We found by trying to just put out newsletters and email, to databases, didn't work. No one wants to do a survey. Absolutely no one. I mean, I don't like doing surveys. No. So I thought, right, I've got to get out there. So what I did is I got in the car and obviously organised with construction sites to go and visit. And it was really good. It was a bit tough at the start. It wasn't so organised. But by the end, we get 20, 30 guys in a room.
Wow.
And I would talk to them about normalising everything. And people are in the room as well because they're a bit curious as to why a footballer has come onto the site.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why has he come onto the site? And I've been working as Mental Health Ambassador with Causeway Technologies now for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And we felt just to get the credibility that we need to get this discussion going forward about mental health in the construction industry, let's get a survey together. Yeah. And today's the culmination of that. We've got the survey. We're going to make it public today. Yeah. And that's going to be really exciting. And it's going to be the purpose of why we did it in the first place.
Having talked to you before, this survey has actually changed your perception of people on site anyway, because they've opened up to you. And I think, one of the reasons why they've opened up to you is, one, you're able to talk about sport as well as, your role as a mental health ambassador. And that's relatable, isn't it? Construction and sport kind of go hand in hand in a lot of respects, don't they?
You go on any site at all, and you want to get football being a core discussion point. Yeah. And a conversation starter. And we discovered the unique relationships that do exist between a football fan and that person's club. Yeah. It's very, very tight. It's very, very strong, and it's almost in your DNA. So what we're thinking about is how do you use that relationship? And of course that means, with my background, go to football clubs, get them to understand and realise how many construction workers are actually supporting them.
Well, they build a stadium.
Well, maintenance. Also, they buy tickets, they buy shirts, and to start to engage that relationship. So what can the construction industry do to help this as well? So that is part and parcel of it. When we can then support football clubs to get a directive from there. How do you support? If that's the first place that a conversation can be started with a football club, let's do it. Because when we started this campaign, Phil Brown, who's CEO of Causeway Technologies, said, let's save a life in construction. That's how we started. And it's culminated into this today to get the survey out. But this is only the start. You've got to keep that mentality, keep it going, keep that conversation going. Keep the talk out there. The more and more people that talk about it, the better. And again, football, with the platform that it has, when they talk, everyone listens.
Exactly. And I think what's really interesting, folks, is Everton in the community, is something that you've been heavily involved in as well. Yeah. And, and the team at Causeway. But that is actually doing what you said on the tin. Mm-hmm. It's bringing people together in a special place that they've created. And that's been working really well, hasn't it? So, it's the proof is in the pudding, isn't it?
Yeah, it opened in March of this year, and it's been an absolute success story, because its purpose is to be there as a 24/7 open door for mental health.
Right.
And that is not just for Evertonians, that's Everton fans, all Liverpool fans, it's for everybody, for absolutely everyone. And it's, as I said, it's proving to be something that is a great step forward for many people, and a comfort, and they're getting the conversation started. Now that's a lovely building at Goodison Park. Not every football club needs to offer that. Not everybody's a big Premier League club. Yeah. Because that's quite an expensive unit to put together, and you've got staffing. But there are other ways of doing it within the football clubs that you may support. You could be Southend United, you could be Carlisle United.
Yeah.
What can that club do to its local community who support them? And many of them are construction workers. What kind of messaging can we get out? What kind of support can we help them with? How can we join that all together? I almost have this vision of the UK being like a net.
Right, okay.
Right? A goal, a net.
Another football analogy,
Right,
folks.
a
Yeah,
football,
go for it.
a football net.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And, it's back in the net. Let's
Exactly.
get people back in the net. Let's catch the people who are potentially going to fall outside of us.
Yeah.
We're going to miss them and it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
So if we get the conversation going in general across the industry, in political areas as well, but get football talking about it as well, then you start to get, I feel, some real clout about what you're talking about. You can't ignore it.
And I think when I look at some of the details of the survey that I've seen, what was shocking in a lot of respects is the level of what people have been saying to you, but what was the positive thing that I got out of it was the potential use of technology on people's phones to check in with them and things like that.
Yeah.
People were open to that.
Yeah.
And they were also open, which surprised me, to having their mental health sort of monitored as such. And because they feel now, I think when you talk about it, they feel that if people can have that sort of first intervention, if they can see that those sort of devices and things like sleep deprivation and things like that are a big sign of mental health issues, then something can be done about it. That is already a change in mentality, isn't it?
It is. And the word that you used in the middle of that, intervention, understanding that one intervention is not going to cure this.
Yeah.
We've got to be able to repeat that and consistently look for that opportunity to intervene when you can detect something.
Yeah.
And if technology can detect something, whether that is a mood monitor, whether it is tiredness, fatigue measurement, all of these things, whatever it is, if it can be intervened before it gets too serious, then you're nipping it in the bud almost. And not to wipe your hands of it there and then, because these things can be revisited. But to have that on an ongoing basis, that has got to help. We're here today not professing to have the magic wand for this.
No.
But what we are saying is we are going to add our voice. We're going to try and join stuff up. We're going to join the dots and see where we come out at the other end, whether technology, getting the conversation started, football, local government, main government, and the industry as a whole. We need to start talking.
So we need to start talking, we need to get connected, folks, and we need to put one of these in the back of the net for everybody so that they can feel that they're an inclusive part of the industry and they're not alone. One football doesn't make a game, folks. It's the players that are out there. And so, Trevor, you coming into this industry with your background, super exciting to see that you've had a journey of your own for those 18 months. The survey results, I'll put a link in the post, but it's just the phrase that I like that's always banded around. I think it's right. It's, are you okay, Trevor? Oh, no, but are you okay, Trevor? Ask twice, folks, and that's the way we do it. Great to see you. Cheers.
Thanks, Peter.